Welcome to Little Rock, Arkansas, NACA's latest destination on their tour to bring affordable homeownership to communities across the country. On this inspiring trip, we met with 6 people whose lives were transformed through NACA's mortgage program and the dedicated staff who made it all happen. Charlotta and her husband found their dream home, a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom house with 2 acres of land, well within their budget.
We got it for about $20,000 less than what we offered, which was awesome for us. If you stay on task with each step that they give you, you will come out on top with home buying in less than a year.
Charlotta shares how NACA helped bring her vision board to life.
We did a vision board with some members from our church in a prayer session. And on that vision board, I had a 2-story brick home. Our vision board was a 5-year vision board. So within that 5 years, from 2017 to 2022, we purchased our 2-story brick home, and we got all of the desires of our heart in it. Write the vision and make it plain.
She achieved her dreams and also laid a foundation for her children's future.
Can you see the smile on my face? When we closed on our home, it was an accomplishment that was definitely long overdue. I mean, the best feeling aside from birthing my children, the best feeling I think we've both ever experienced. It was a game changer for our family, and it was the beginning of, I feel like, prosperity for our children.
From the initial counseling appointment to closing day and beyond, NACA's team is dedicated to providing support every step of the way.
Preliminary work really pays off on knowing where you stand financially and being empowered to go buy your future, really.
NACA equipped Rachel and Justin with the knowledge and confidence needed to take this significant step.
The counseling was very important to us to figure out exactly what we could afford, and at that time we knew very little about mortgages and everything, so they really filled us in.
Yeah, you just ask people who recently bought a home and they're not telling you what you need to hear. So it's nice to sit down with a financial counselor at NACA.
The counseling they received from NACA highlights the importance of guidance in the home buying process.
It worked out well. I mean, the counselors was great, and I worked with them. Within 6 to 8 months, I was in my home, and I said, wow, this is great.
Many of our members are able to find monthly mortgage payments that are close to or even less than what they were previously paying in rent.
I've been from a 1-bedroom studio, $1,100 a month. Well, that's almost as much as what I pay for mortgage here.
With NACA's support, he became a homeowner and an advocate, sharing his success with others.
I saw what it was to get a home, how hard it was to get a home, how to get out of debt, all of these type of things that plague people for life. And here was a program that bypassed a lot of stuff and made sure that people are able to not only get a home, but to have a home built from the ground up. So I said, wow, people need to hear this.
The accessibility of the NACA program is unmatched, especially at a time when traditional barriers like credit scores and down payments prevent so many people from owning a home.
NACA's been something that I'm proud to tell people about from coast to coast that would listen. So it's a great program, and I love it, and I'm passing the word on to everybody I meet.
In Little Rock, we met families who invested in more than just a house. They invested in their future.
Home ownership, to me, it just allows more stability for me and my daughter. She just turned 4. We didn't really have a ton of room for my daughter to have her own space and her own things. As you can see, you're standing in front of a toy car, her own car, and I have places to put all of her paintings, her drawings, and loads of pictures of us, and let her have a big tent in the front room. So just space and room for her and me. Sometimes to just have the peace and quiet in your home, you just can't beat that.
As she navigated the challenging economic climate, NACA's program offered a lifeline.
With the economy doing what it was doing, it kind of didn't seem too possible. And like I said, when I was doing my research, going from bank to bank and the interest rates were sky high, I was pretty worried that home ownership at the time was not going to be reasonable for me. But I did some more research with NACA, and I was like, oh, wow, this is the interest rate I could actually get. Wow, okay, let me do this right now. What do I need to do? Everything just happened so smoothly. I couldn't believe it. So I was very excited about that. So it was very important to me. It worked out, and I'm so thankful that it did.
In Little Rock, we witnessed firsthand the life-changing impact of NACA's program. On the final day of our visit, Latasha closed on her first home.
It's just very exciting and a long time coming for me and my family. I got something I can say is mine.
Now she owns a piece of the community she's lived in her whole life.
I really appreciate NACA for all they have done, especially my counselor, Brian Hall, and my realtor, Tara Longan. They have been really, really a help with me in this journey and making the right choices and getting the home that I deserve.
Behind every successful NACA member are the dedicated staff who guide them through the process.
The most rewarding part for me is I can assist people in becoming homeowners, for one, and making affordable housing accessible, and help people develop habits that will help them be successful homeowners.
I wanted to just say that I really appreciate you. You stepped in and got me taken care of, and I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Our success stories are made possible by dedicated professionals like Brian and Tasha, whose passion for service and commitment to NACA's mission make dreams come true.
Many of the people that I've been able to work with have not only been first-time homebuyers, but they have been people purchasing a home for the first generation in their family. Their grandparents weren't homeowners, their parents weren't homeowners, and getting to see that transformation take place and them be set up for success is the best part of my job at NACA.
One of my most memorable members, I got her qualified the first year I was here. She was probably my fourth qualification. She was buying a multifamily. It took her 3 contracts before she actually closed. She always comes back to home buyers workshops and tells us how much it was life-changing. And she'll be actually starting to work here at NACA in the Little Rock office next month.
The journey to homeownership is not just about buying a house, it's about building wealth for future generations.
Okay, if I could give any advice to someone starting their journey with NACA, it is to be patient, because you are working towards something that is the biggest purchase of your life. It's one of the biggest decisions of your life. It's going to affect you, your children, and hopefully your children's children. So be patient with the process. It is going to be worth the work.
In Little Rock, we saw dreams realized, lives transformed, and communities strengthened. This is the power of NACA. This is the power of homeownership.
The NACA program and everybody that is a part of it definitely changed my life. And if you are on the fence on whether or not you want to be a part of NACA or whether or not NACA is benefiting you, don't give up. Stay encouraged. If you feel like you're a little bit behind and you're not staying on task, don't give up. Stay encouraged. NACA is the way to home ownership, and you will win with NACA.
NACA's trip to Little Rock is just one chapter in a much larger story. A story of empowerment, community, and the unwavering belief that everyone deserves a place to call home.